Hey, what's happening, guys? It's ML with Jalam in Tech. Today I have another car review, and it's the BMW X6 50i xDrive. This is powered by BMW's 4.4 liter twin power turbo V8, and it produces 445 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque at 2000 RPM. This baby is quick. That's right. Let's go check it out, explore it. I'm gonna work through everything about this car, give you a complete review. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is the signature BMW front of the new style, the new body style with the signature big BMW grille. You got your front facing camera here to give you a 360 view, so pretty cool. In the front here, in the front bumper, you have some aerodynamics here, like the air duct. So that's actually functional. It helps with the aerodynamic air channels through that, and it goes through the rear duct right there. Makes it go fast. This baby gives you 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Fast. There's a V6 version of this, which is 140 horsepower less. You know, a little bit better gas mileage, but if you're going for this baby, you want to go for the power, so it's best to go with a 4.4 liter, but of course it depends on what you're looking for as well. BMW calls it SAV basically instead of a SUV because it's a sports coupe. So what it is, what SAV means is a sport activity vehicle instead of sports utility vehicle. The idea is basically it handles like a car, but it's a SUV. So great cornering, great suspensions. This has got the dynamic damper control and all that good stuff. So right over here you have your sensors. So for your windshield wiper, you know, it's got rain sensing wipers. Basically when you activate it, it senses the raindrop and it wipes accordingly. What you're looking at right here, I don't know if you can see it. Camera zooms a little bit. This is the head-up display. So basically it's a projector that projects into the screen and shows you your speedometer and your navigation, so you don't have to look down to get your navigation. You can actually, you know, just see it in the screen. It will be in your eye line, and you can adjust it depending on how tall or short you are. Heated and power folding mirrors. You have the auto dimming rear view mirrors. This has got the X-Line package, so you have the aluminum running boards right here. Comfort entry system, so when the keys are on you, you don't have to necessarily press unlock. You can just reach out to the door and it opens. All right, now this has also got the executive package, and one of those features basically lets you do the soft close, so you can just do this and it closes by itself. That's pretty cool, isn't it? All right, so with the comfort access, the same thing with the back doors as well. So, you know, again, with the executive package, you have the soft close. All you have to do is just that, and it closes by itself. Not to mention the 20-inch rims. This baby is really, really nice. Black on black, you know, it matches the body, really wide. Now, keep in mind, if you get the 20-inch, you only have one option, and that's the performance tires. Now, this guys would not do well in the winter. Anything below freezing, it hardens up and it would probably slide all over the place. I mean, with the xDrive intelligent tech 4-wheel drive system, it will help it get as much traction, but it's not the best for winter driving. This would be more like anything above freezing point, so it's great for that, not anything below freezing. You can get the 19-inch wheels that will give you the all-season tires, or you can even get winter tires as well aftermarket if you still love the 20 inches. That's probably what I would do. I would go with the 20 inches and get maybe a set of winter tires and park them aside. That's what a lot of people do as well. So coming around the back, you have BMW's LED tail lights, really beautiful, elegant, you know, looks really nice both day and night. 2 exhaust pipes, really nice. And because it's a coupe, you know, it gives you that coupe look in the back, really nice and elegant and masculine. Really nice. You got your backup sensors right here that helps you with the self-parking and, you know, proximity, so it tells you how close you get to objects and all that. So really cool, so that way you don't bump into other cars or pedestrians. And so in the BMW world, basically xDrive means all-wheel drive. All right, and then the 50i basically means it's the bigger engine, the V8. It used to be a 5.0 liter, but now it's a 4.4 BMW twin power turbo engine. Amazingly quick, really, really quick, guys. Really beautiful key as well, you know, aluminum finish, amazing. So you have the unlock, lock, trunk, and panic button right there. So we're gonna go ahead and open the trunk. So you just hold it down and it pops. Okay, so the trunk, depending on how tall you are, you can lower it, you can adjust the height of the back boot. Okay, so if you don't want it as high, or let's say you're shorter, you can't reach it, you can adjust it a little bit shorter. So this is where you close it. This is the lock to central lock the door. What you're looking at right here is hidden storage underneath. So this is very spacious actually. It gives you a lot of space. So you have your tools right there, extra storage, and you know, you have the trunk right there. These are your tie down. So if you put something in here and you want to tie it down, let's say you make quick trips to the, you know, Home Depot or mechanical store or something, you want to tie something down, you can do that. You have the trunk strap, cargo net right there. You have your grocery bag hangers right there. You know, you can individually fold the seats if you want to. So you can see the cargo space. I mean, again, if you want to load some stuff, or you want to make a quick trip to the store, want to load some stuff in there, you can absolutely fit that in here. Since it's a coupe, you know, it kind of slopes down. So depending on how tall you are, you might have to duck a little bit getting in. But once you're in, you should be fine. BMW does a pretty good job with backseat space. So as you can see, I'm 6 foot and my knee's not even touching the front seat yet, in a position of a 6 foot driver in the front as well. Comfortable back here. You know, you have the executive setting over here. Almost all the controls that you would have in the front you have back here, like your dual climate control, the air direction mode, fan speed. You even have heated seats back here as well, so that's pretty cool. You have a cigarette lighter and 12 volts. 2 speakers in the back here. Part of the executive package also, you have this screen right here. So I mean, if you want to keep it more stealth, or you want to keep the sun out, or you just want to keep eyes out, you know, like the paparazzi or something like that, you can definitely do that so they won't see you as much. This with the tinting, it helps a lot, you know, block a lot of stuff, so that's pretty cool. You have your coat hanger right here. Side curtain airbags right here, so you know, for safety features, you know, impact in cases of crashes and all that, that covers the whole mirror, so it keeps flying mirrors kind of from the faces of the passengers and stuff like that. So really cool safety feature. You know, you pull that down, you got 2 cup holders right there, you got some storage over here, nice aluminum finish over there, so that's pretty cool. And you could also use it as an armrest. So again, you know, 6 foot, I'm pretty comfortable here. You know, I can ride maybe couple hours back here. It's not bad at all. The only thing is though, the headroom, you know, it's kind of you know, you could feel a little bit cramped, and so that's the only drawback, but that's to be expected for a sports coupe. So yeah, so overall it's not bad at all. You know, you have ventilated seats back here as well, so that's a pretty cool feature. All right, so let's go check the driver's side out. So you got 8-way seat controls right here with the lumbar control, turn control, and all that good stuff. So it's like the full setting over here. You got 2 memory seats as well. So if you drive it with your spouse, or 2 people drive it, basically you can set different settings for the memory. You got driver 1, driver 2. You can also store it with the key. So since there's 2 key fobs, you can set up a profile where it would remember what key comes in, and it would just remember your settings, the position your mirrors were at, position your seat was, your steering wheel. It remembers all that because you came in with that key. This has got the cold weather package, so you got the heated steering wheels. You know, in the winter it warms your hands up while you drive. You got the wood trim all around, all across, really nice pine wood, pretty cool. And of course the standard BMW turn signals, 2-way, so you know, if you press it halfway, it only blinks 3 times and it stops when you're making quick lane changes, or you can press it all the way and it's going to stay on until you straighten the steering wheel. And this is the sport seats as well, which is standard with the X6. So you have, you know, your side bezels, so when you're handling around corners, it helps you with the handling. It just hugs you around. The sport seats hug you around, keeps you in position. You have the Harman Kardon speakers as well, so a really nice stereo system, 2 subwoofers. So if you want to blast out, you can definitely do that. Instead of like the dials, you have LED screen now. So as you can see, there's nothing in there, but as soon as I start the car, you would see the dials. So that's pretty cool. The steering wheel is very comfortable, you know, it fits really well. It's not too big and it's really perfect size for handling. You got your multi-functional steering wheel, you know, cruise control, you know, adaptive cruise control. You have your voice command, you know, telephone control on this side. You got your paddle shifters. So this is powered by a 8-speed automatic transmission that you can manual shift. In other words, you can manually shift it. So, you know, downshift, upshift. The only drawback that I don't really like, I wish BMW changes in their next models, is the paddle shifter is being on the steering wheel, so it moves with the steering wheel. The problem with that is, you know, it's hard to shift while you're turning the wheels. So that's when you probably just gonna defer to the shifter right here. But it's just more convenient when it's stationary, like in other cars that compete with this, like the Porsche Cayenne or the Infiniti FX35, now called the QX70. So those have the paddle shifter stationary. So that way it doesn't matter what angle the steering wheel is at, you can still shift. It's pretty BMW standard. I mean, the setup of the cockpit and all that looks pretty similar. Perhaps some of the things that are optional in here that are not going to be found in every BMW, at least every latest BMW, is the driving assistant plus pack, which is basically this button right here as part of the few things. So that would be different. You won't find this button in every other BMW. What it is basically when you're looking for parking space or you want to parallel park, you just press this and it scans available space for you as you drive past them, and it would you know, give you a signal in the screen, let you know that that's an available space, and all you gotta do is just you know, follow the instructions, put it on reverse, and it will control the steering wheel and put you in your parking space. Pretty cool, huh? The only thing is though, always keep in mind you control the brakes. The car controls the steering wheel. So I've heard stories where people just let go of the brakes and then before you know it, they bump into another car. So you don't want to do that. Another thing that might look different is the ceramic controls right here. So this is part of the executive package. You get the ceramic controls. Everything else is pretty much standard, you know, traction control off. So if you want to, you know, control the car yourself, not if you're tired of the computer basically telling you what to do, you just want to control it like a pro, you can just turn the traction control off, but that will be under your own risk. You have 4 driving modes, so you got the sports mode, and then you have the sports plus, comfort mode, and the eco pro mode right there. You can choose 4 different driving modes depending on the conditions that you're driving and for your convenience as well. So this is where you activate your park distance control system, your wide view angle camera, hill assist. So if you're driving down a hill, you know, you can press this and it gives you good assistance with the hill. The auto hold, so this is pretty cool when you're rock climbing or you're coming off hill. USB aux and 12 volt right there. This also gives you wireless charging capabilities as well, depending on the type of phone you have. iPhones don't have it yet, but a lot of Androids have it. Almost all of them have wireless charging, so you can just put it on a pad and it charges for you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start it. Talk about some of the things. Baby sounds really good. Oh, man. So you have your LED tachometer right there. So all this is LED right there. So that's pretty cool. You can see the LED screen right here. You have Sirius XM. So this is the standard BMW connected drive system. So you would see this in a lot of BMW products anyway. All right, so you got multimedia, you know, to play music from your phone, your auxiliary, Bluetooth, and all that, or other connected devices. Radio, telephone, so you can make calls, access your telephone, phone book, receive calls, dial calls. You can add up to 4 phones. You got navigation system, really nice, up to date, gives you traffic updates and stuff like that. You can also do a split screen if you like to, like that, so it gives you a nice split screen as well if you want. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn up this split screen because I want to see the whole thing. It's Office, you can check your text messages in here, your notes and stuff like that. You can access them all in here. Connected Drive, so this is an app that you download and basically connects your phone, makes your phone and your car marry. So you know, you can access your internet radio, you can do your maps, so you can preload your maps and it pops right in there. So really cool. You can check your messages here as well. You can call for roadside assistance, which you get 4 years of roadside assistance as well for free. So really convenient. Vehicle information is perhaps my favorite option in this system. So you can see your efficiency dynamics, you know, your sports modes versus your comfort mode drive, you know, and you can also check, you know, more detailed infos like, you know, your all-wheel drive system and all that. So really cool. Quick reference, that would be your owner's manual. So another thing that's great is the owner's manual on almost all the newer BMWs now is completely built into the system. So this is like a full computer system right here. So you have your owner's manual. You can search by pictures, you know, something you want to read about. If you want to read under the hood, you can do this and it pops the hood, and then you can basically go in and read what you want to read about, you know, washer fluids and vehicle identification, you name it, it's all in there. Also, you know, you can go to the whole owner's manual right here and then just put in by keywords. So, you know, if you're like, you don't want to dial through the numbers, which looks pretty cool, more like old school. You don't want to dial through the numbers to, you know, through the letters to select what letter you want. Basically, you can write it as well. So this is the owner's manual. Let's say I want to look up something that has to do with lighting or lights. All right. Instead of dialing through the letters, I can go like that.
L I G H T.
So as you can see, it gives you a voice feedback as well. So you can deactivate this if you want, but it gives you a voice feedback letting you know what you typed in. So that's pretty cool, just in case your hands are tied, you want to hear it audibly. That's cool. So I want to look for lighting. I can do this and boom, it takes me there. I can read everything about my lights. Very convenient. With this feature, I would not even use the owner's manual, because the owner's manual, unless you're a bookworm, you have to go through all, you know, the pages to get to what you're looking for. So it's just a lot of work. This is more convenient and it's more futuristic. So that's I really appreciate that they put that in there. Really cool. And then you have your settings right there, so that gives you other stuff like your tailgate settings. Specifically, I was telling you earlier, with the tailgate you can adjust the height. So you can see how high the tailgate opens. You know, you can adjust the height of it as well. So that's pretty cool. And of course, this is basically all the settings. You know, you have your, you know, sound settings. You can use the Logic 7 surround sound system. You can adjust the bass and all that good stuff as well. This trackpad comes in handy as well on here, because normally if you want to adjust the, let's say the bass, you would press and then you would wind. It's just 2 steps, okay? However, if you don't want to do that, you can just do 1 step. You just dial back, you know, with the touchpad. You can see it winds in and out, so it's much easier and convenient. Head-up display, so you can adjust the head-up display. The camera can't see it, but right now I can see my speedometer right there, and you have to be directly behind me, but you can see your speedometer, you can see your current speed depending on the road that you're driving on. If you have navigation on, you will also see your turn by turn projected into the screen, so you see it right in front of you instead of looking down there. So that's a nice promoted safety feature as well. All right, so you can adjust the height of the head-up display, you can adjust the brightness, or you can even turn it off. So I'm kind of basically just touching little bits of, you know, the key points of this car. This is not a complete walkthrough of the car. It's just basically just showing you key points. So it's not like I'm showing you every single step. Climate control is another thing that I'm really happy about. So basically you got 2 settings. It's called comfort vent. So you can set one for, let's say you're on a break, and then one before you go home. So imagine a hot summer day. Let's say you get off at 1:30. You can set your timer to 1:20, 10 minutes before you get off, and at that time what happens is the fan kicks in the car, and it ventilates the car, makes sure it's nice and cool enough in here, so that way you don't have to walk into a really hot car. So really cool. I utilize this feature a lot. This is very convenient. Really cool feature. So you can set 2 timers, one for your break time and then one for your you know, going home. All right, you do some settings with the, you know, parking and all that cool stuff over here. So really cool. Lastly, so you have automatic shut off. So when this is not activated, the car's got sensors and certain things have to be met. However, if you come to a complete stop, the car shuts off. If the steering wheel is on a straight angle and you're not on a hill, it will cut the car off completely. And as soon as you start letting go of the brake, it cuts back on. No delays. So this does 2 things for you. It saves you gas, but it's also good environmentally because it just reduces that pollution into the environment. So a really cool feature. A lot of new BMWs have it now as well. So over to the glove compartment. You know, you have some more storage over here. Pretty decent size, not bad at all. Sunroof. Press that, opens the shade. And you press it again, it opens the sunroof. What's great about the BMW sunroof is it doesn't slide over the top of the car, it slides under. So, you know, it gives you less wind noise and stuff like that. You got your wind deflector right there, so really cool. You got emergency system, so also covered for 4 years. You know, if you press this, you can call 911 or emergency system. All right, so we're gonna look at what makes this car special. All right, so this is BMW's 4.4 liter twin power turbo V8. Again, it produces 445 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. Amazing, really fast, 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. amazingly fast. It's pretty compact in here, so not a whole lot to see. All right, so now we're gonna take the car on the road. Go check it out. All right, guys, let's do this. Woo! Ready? Go! Woo! Oh my God, this baby is fast! Woo! 440 horsepower to my disposal. 480 pound-feet of torque. Fast! Kicking my butt. Woo! Oh my goodness. This is tight.